Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, aka Sniper98. So, our first Wales log of January, and appropriately, it's 4 days late. I was meaning to get this out yesterday, but as soon as I was done recording this, which was like 45 minutes long, I think, the first time, I tried booting up in Sony Vegas, and I found that, hey, look, what do you know? The file's corrupted, or maybe not corrupted, but it's in a format where Vegas can't recognize it, so I couldn't render it out or anything. So spent some time trying to fix that shit, and now here we are. Oh, I had to run into more fucking OBS bullshit and stuff like that. Now I'm getting Java update checkers thanks to Windows because I just started up my computer. So. Anyways, hopefully all the technical issues are out of the way now, so I can actually render and upload this fucking video, because I know some of you guys are looking forward to this. This will also be a much longer than usual Wales log, because I got a lot of things to talk about. Because, you know, fitting for the first Wales log of the year at least. So, in any case, let's get into it. Try not to make this too long, but it'll probably be in at least 30 minutes again. So. Yeah, so let's start with the month of December, shall we? Month of December, we had Atlantis come out. Atlantis was our major banner, I guess you could say, of the month, other than like Christmas. Depends on what you value more, I guess. So, there he is, Mr. Super Orion. I know people have been looking forward to him a lot, quite a bit. For the past 2 years. The meme that is the Buster Crit Puncher himself. So, level 90, 1k and 1k foes, level 8 skills, and MP5. Next up, after him, what is Europa. We were supposed to get Europa if we were following JP's schedule to a T. We were supposed to actually get her alongside Super Orion, as in like they had a shared raid up on the first day apparently, but I guess DW decided not to do that, and decided to separate them into separate banners so that people can go for solo raids on, you know, both of them, I guess. Not that it really mattered, because we just need to wait a week. I know some people were like, "Oh my God, you know, they forgot about Europa raid," because they didn't mention Europa at all during the NA live stream. Or the NA, what is it, the Chaldea radio broadcast or whatever that they had for Lost Belt 5 specifically. So, but in any case, Europe is here, and so she is also level 90, 1k and 1k foes, 8, 10, 8. I got a second skill lord because it's her 30% charge, and I actually used it during one of the rotations for Christmas Lottery. I think during the caster rotation. Yeah, because that's the only place where it makes sense to use her, I guess, other than like Berserkers, I guess. But yeah, got her second skill to level 10 and MP5. So there you go. Europa is good to go. Following that, we had Christmas, the Christmas event. The Christmas event on JP, this is specifically the one with Saber Astolfo and Archer Nightingale. Was supposed to be during November, but as you guys know, if you guys are NA players, we actually got Atlantis first, then Christmas, I guess. We're not really sure why DW decided to flip around those events like that. I guess just to make it more thematically appropriate, I guess, but not like we really care. We're used to going by the JP schedule anyway, for the most part. But in any case, no harm, no foul. We got Christmas anyway, and where is it? The 5-star for the Christmas 5 event was, you guys will already know him. His reputation precedes himself, especially with all his monster energy. Saber Astolfo, level 90, 1k, 1k foes, 99 skills. Surprisingly, I was able to actually get his skills to 99 pretty quickly. I think the only things that he needed were Giant's Rings, and Giant's Rings were in the lottery boxes as per the special material voucher that you get one of per box. So I just basically, since I farmed 1,000 boxes, I just redeemed all of my material vouchers from the boxes into rings. So I essentially got 1,000 rings out of that too, which is great, because I didn't have a lot of rings to begin with. God, I sound like I have a fucking lisp right now because I just woke up. excuse me. And MP5 as usual. There we go. I just gotta raise his bond next. Next, we have the 4-star welfare for the event. Nightingale, she's right here. I forgot to give her foes, actually. I should have done that before I finished rolling boxes, but hopefully I'll remember to give her foes once we get our next new server, which I believe is Sei Shonagon, so I can actually use up some of the embers from my main inventory, because right now my main inventory is very full with embers, so I can't exactly redeem foe packs very efficiently right now. So yeah, hopefully I don't forget to give her foes. That would be awkward if I did. So yeah. But she just needs a pack of foes, and she'll be good. Level 80, 99 skills, and MP5. So she's our most recent welfare servant. For NAFGO at least. Now, moving on to New Year's stuff. Part of the reason why I delayed this Wales log was just to include all the New Year's stuff that I was gonna roll for, because you know it's so close by, I might as well, right? And so, first things first, our New Year's debut servant for this year, Yang Yuhuan. She is she now joins my Tama Lancer, my Tama Caster, and my Saber Shiki as my 4th perfect servant. If you guys are not familiar with the term, us whales like to use the term super and perfect to describe our Grailed servants. We used to call servants super back in the day before we got gold foes to denote servants who were level 100, so in other words, fully Grailed, and max skill and all that stuff, right? Because they're at that point they're at their max potential. When gold foes came out afterwards, I think like a year or two into the game, we started calling servants who also had gold foes on top of both being level 100 and max skills perfect. So we called them, you know, for example, if I'm taking Young Gibi here as an example, we used to call her Super Young, and then now we're calling them Perfect Young. So mine is a Perfect Young, so to speak. But yeah, it's going to be a little awkward once we get the level 120 system and the Appin skill system, because we don't really know what we're going to call them. At least I don't. A couple suggestions that my chat over in Twitch, because I stream over there, twitch.tv/ToastSniper98. A couple suggestions that they've been giving me were like maybe you call them UI for Ultra Instinct, or maybe like God, just like God Yang, for example, a level 120 Yang Gibi, or like God Tamamo for a level 120 Tamamo with full Appins. We still got a year and a half for until we get to that point, though, so we got plenty of time to think about it. In any case, though, got myself a Perfect Young. If this comes as a surprise to some of you, because I know some of you might not have known that I was planning to Grail my Young to this extent. Or I mean, for every Grail target I have, I always get to 100 level 100, you know, regardless of the rarity. But for those of you who were not aware that I was planning to Grail Young at all, that's because 2 years ago when JP first released Young Gibi, or Young Yuhuan is her real name rather. When they introduced her, I was like, damn bro, she hot. And so I grailed her 2 years later. So yeah, I've been waiting 2 years for this moment, and now I have it. That's pretty cool. So she's now perfect. What more can I say? Other than that, let's see. And well, naturally she's also MP5, in case you couldn't tell. Yang Yuan took me 1650 Saint Quartz and 10 USOs, in case you're curious. Let's see. The other one was Mothman, because he had a raid up during a limited rotation for New Year's, I think 2 days ago by this point, at the time of this video recording. And so there he is. He's now MP5. Finally got my revenge on Mr. Mothman here. Because last year was, I think, his last raid up, during his debut raid up after Lost Belt 3. A weekend, obviously, because he was the Lost Belt King. It took me, I think, 1,800 plus Saint Quartz just for MP3, so it was pretty painful. And so painful to the point where I actually stopped rolling him at the time. and just said like, fuck it, I'll just roll for the rest of his copies like later, whenever his next write up is. And sure enough, a year later, during this New Year's, on his next limited rotation, or on his first limited rotation, I got my revenge. And thankfully, his last 2 copies came by pretty quickly. I want to say within like 300 or 400 sync quartz. So at least he didn't fuck me so hard this time around, right? Funny story about Amakusa, actually. I guess not Amakusa specifically, but about Mothman is that since Mothman was my only limited servant, only limited 5-star, who was not MP5 yet, before New Year's, my GSSR I had to roll on the extra GSSR with him in it, because extra GSSR is split in 2 this year, for NA. For New Year's this year. So when I rolled on it on New Year's, the first card was a gold ruler card, so I got baited really hard. Turned out it was a Makusa, so that was a USO. But funnily enough, that USO was what let me... Well, actually, no, I can't say that, because I got spooked by Karna while I was going for Young, because I got Karna as my first SSR when I started rolling for Young Yuhan. So I guess I can't say that GSSR was the reason why I was able to USO Young anymore. But in any case, the funny thing is I got baited by Amakusa, because he was also a gold ruler, and I legitimately thought, oh my god, I see gold ruler card. Oh my god, I'm actually getting Mothman, just to get Amakusa. And then even if it wasn't Amakusa, because it could have still been Sherlock, because he's also another limited gold ruler. So obviously my chances at getting Mothman were not very good, because how many servants were in that? Like 1 out of 8 or some shit like that. So imagine hitting a 1 in 8 chance. Couldn't be me. Anyways, my gotcha salt aside, with that, actually, with Mothman being MP5, now I have every single limited 5-star servant in the game MP5. The only 5-star servants who are not MP5, funnily enough, are 3 of the permanent servants, which is kind of ironic if you think about it. But they are Osaka Hime, Shangyu, and Jinako, or Ganesha the Moon Cancer. So I will talk about them later as for my roles coming up once I'm done talking about everything else, and I want to talk about like what my role plans are for the rest of this month. So keep these 3 in mind. So those are my MP levels. Let's check out skill levels. So currently on my account, if I am not mistaken, let me check my handy dandy notepad here. Notepad file where I keep all my servant material requirements. The only servants that I do not have at least skill levels 999 are 5 servants. Super Orion, who you see here. He has only at 888 because he's gated by comet shards. Same thing with where is she? Europa. Where is Europa? She's a writer somewhere. I know you're around here somewhere, Europa. There you go. She's also gated by comet shards, so she's only at 8 for now. She would need more actually, but thankfully I managed to farm enough comet shards for her by the time crystals roll around, so I could actually lure her second skill in time for it. But yeah, both she and Super Ryan need 30 comets left each. 2 of the Summer 4 stars, so Summer Melt. Where is she? Summer Melt. Summer Melt. There she is. She's gated by shells, and now that we have the Benny Enma event going on right now, this event, the Benny Enma rerun event, has the best shell drop rate that the game's ever seen at around 62% according to Game Press. So yeah, if you need some shells, or if you want to prepare for this upcoming batch of summer servants later this year, then yeah, I highly suggest you farm some shells. Once the shell node actually opens, though. It's not open right now at the time of this recording, but you know, you want to go through the event as quickly as possible just to make sure that you have instant access to the shell node whenever it does open. So there's my little suggestion for you guys. So yeah, Melt is gated by shells, but she should be fine on everything else. Same thing with Okta J, Assassin Okta. She's stuck at like skill level like 4 or some shit. Yeah, because she is also, not surprisingly, gated by shells. But I do have everything else. So once I farm enough shells for her, she should go straight to level 9. So expect both of these summer servants to be at skill level 999 by the time next Whales log rolls around. And last but not least, or maybe he is the least, where is he? Where's Bartholomew? There he is. He's also stuck at level 777 skills, thanks to shells. And so yeah, just these 5 servants are the only ones who are not skill levels 999 just yet on my account. The other ones are either like dupes or some shit like that, so you don't need to worry about them. So yeah, it's a nice feeling. Almost all the servants in the game MP5, and almost all the servants in the game base skill level 999. Now, if you can only farm lores too, that'd be great. But nah, obviously they won't do that. Well, I said that, and then Delightworks or Lasagna put in fucking pity into the game finally. It's not very good, but it's better than nothing, I guess. So I guess, you know, anything can happen by this point. Checking out the wardrobe, everybody has their costumes. I've given everyone their costume keys and whatnot. So there you go. I don't know if just looking at that screen is meant to prove anything, but I guess it's better than nothing. Grails. All right, let's talk Grail plans for me personally. So now that my Yang Yuhan is max Grail, level 100 for now. Now it is time to think about long-term Grail plans. At least for me, and maybe the rest of you too, for those of you guys who are, you know, invested into this game enough. And if you're watching this video, you probably are. As you know, in a year and a half from now, for NA at least, NA will receive the 120 update along with the Appen skill update. So naturally, that means that if you want to go for a level 120 servant, you really need to plan ahead. Right now, I will definitely go for a level 120 Tamacaster. That is set in stone. I am committed to it already, and nothing's going to change my mind on that. Since my Tamacaster is already level 100, that means that I just need 10 Grails to get her to level 120. Or at least reserved for her, because it's going to be highly unlikely that I'll be able to have enough XP on like literally day 1 to get Tamacaster to instantly to level 120. That's probably not going to happen. I still probably need to farm more fucking 5-star embers from the new 5-star ember daily that we're going to get with 6th anniversary. That being said, since we will obviously get enough Grails for me to do that by the time, you know, 6th anniversary rolls around. Now I need to think about what else I want to grail, who else I want to grail, right? Because currently I have 3 other Grail candidates on my mind so far, and those are Castoria, Tomovich, and Morgan. If I want to go for a level 120 Tamacaster, that means that obviously I won't have enough Grails to like grail them all as much as I would want to, so I can only, maybe I can grail them all. I actually don't. I know that this year we're gonna get 13 Grails on NAFGO. I don't know. I actually don't know if that includes or doesn't include the Grail we got for the 3A login streak for during New Year's. I'm going to assume it does, but I don't know how many Grails we get for next year, 2023 for NAFGO, and specifically the first half, obviously, because leading up to our anniversary, so the first half of 2023. I don't know how many Grails we're going to get during then. Until I figure that number out, since this year we're going to get 13, that means that I'm going to get enough Grails from this year alone to get to commit to level 120 Tamacaster, which means I have like 2 or 3 Grails freed up by the end of this year, and I'm going to assume that we get at least another 2 or 3 Grails within the first half of 2023. Like obviously, just considering how many Grails that DW has been throwing at us more and more over the years. So I need to decide on who I want to grail between those 3 servants that I mentioned earlier, which are Castoria, Tomovich, and Morgan. Not only that, but in case we do get enough Grails for me to open up another 120 servant candidate, right? I don't know who I want to go for then. Like Tomovich, you guys might think, oh, you need to go for Tomovich, right? But even then, I'm not sure. I'm not sure really. because I would love to be able to have a Grail, an extremely meta Grail servant like Morgan, for example, right? Because over the years, I've always Grailed servants who weren't always meta, right? I always see people running around with like perfect Ishtars, perfect like support servants, maybe like the super popular ones, like Scotty or some or whatever. I guess Castoria, including Castoria, I guess once she comes out in a year and a half. Perfect, fucking Raikou back when she was still relevant. So yeah, it'd be nice if I could. It would be nice if I could actually have my own, Max Grail Morgan for a change. But again, I don't know if I want to commit to that. I don't know if I want to stay loyal to the Tama faces, because Clan Sky is not a real Tama. Is not a real Tamo 9. But that's fine. She looks like Tamo, so that's good enough for me. And same voice actress, so again, good enough for me. Or if I want to, if I want to NTR Tomovich, which I will do in a heartbeat, because fuck Tomovich, she a little bitch, and go for Morgan instead. I don't know. I am currently undecided. But again, I have a year and a half to decide on what I want to do, so. But I thought I'd let you know about what my world plans for this upcoming year and a half will look like. Currently, I have 2 spare Grails after saving as many Grails as I could for the perfect Yang Yuan. But yeah, we'll see what goes down. Command card enhancement. These are the faux pas, right? Should be. Yeah, I might as well give this one that I got just now. So yeah, I've just been shoving all my faux pas into Atomic Caster's cards. I've maxed out her 2nd arts card, now I'm maxing out her 3rd. Or slowly working on it, because god, this takes a fucking long time. Command codes. Not really much to see here. I don't really dabble in command codes too much. I have given my Tama Lancer and my Tama Caster command codes for what it's worth. Oops. Because I'm most likely to use them, right, whenever in situations where, they might call for command codes. I did, however, give my Yang Yuan our only burn CC that we have in NA right now. Because, as you know, Yang Yuan's gimmick is that she does extra damage, super effective damage, in fact, against anybody who has a burn demerit, an active burn demerit. So, I gave the burn CC to Yang's Buster card, because that way, since she is, if she wants to like turn 1 use her super effective mod and she has her Buster card available, she can use her she can lead off with her Buster card, apply burn, and then go into her MP. If she has a full extra chain on behind that, that means that the rest of her chain, not her MP, because MPs don't get affected by Buster leadoffs, but the rest of her card chain will be damage optimal, because we're starting off with a Buster card. Because that is actually optimal, especially for an arts servant, because obviously if I were to put a burn CC on her arts card instead, then I would have to lead off with the arts card first and then go into her MP and then the rest of her chain, which isn't quite as optimal as just using her Buster card instead. So yeah, she has that. If we get more burn CCs over the months, then I will also apply them to Yang Yuan on our other cards too, just for good measure. But yeah, those are command codes. Bond Grails, currently I have how many? 9. Right now, let's see, my Tama Caster is currently my only Bond 15. I am working on Tama Lancer at the moment, and she is almost at Bond 14. I expect to get her to at least Bond 14 by the soon into Benny Enma, the Benny Enma event. I may bond her and Yang Yuan at the same time. I think this is what I'll do. I think I'll get Tama Lancer to bond 14, and then since Yang Yuan actually has a bond bonus for this event, I'll switch over to bonding Yang Yuan, like backline bonding her or something, while I'm farming shells during this event, while this event's going on. So those are my plans. I also plan to get Yang Yuan to bond 15. And in fact, I plan on using whatever bond of Yang Yuan that I don't manage to complete by the end of the Benyanma event, I'll finish up with APOC during the APOC raids, and I'll try to speed run her bond 15 there. I'll do my best. So yeah, those are my Bond Grail plans. Give Yang Yuhuan what 5 Bond Grails it is for Bond 15. I actually don't know who else I want to give Bond Grails to. I know I've given Saber Shiki one, as you can see there, though I don't really use her too often. Mainly just for like, you know, whenever I do need like an arts AoE Saber. Maybe I'll give them to like Chloe, Media Lily, Suzuka in the meantime. Maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah. We'll see who I want to give my Bond Grails to. For now, though, just note that I have 9 of them. Just sitting around for now. CEs. So, our next, I'm pretty sure the next level 100 CE in my CE inventory is Traces of Christmas. This is the shop CE, or the CE drop that you got during Christmas lottery, Christmas 5 lottery that just finished up a couple days ago. Or technically last week, but rolling your boxes should have finished like yesterday or so. So yeah, in case you guys are not aware, this CE is now the next best after K-Scope, I think, after Limbo and K-Scope, the next best looping quick CE for you Scotty memers out there. Because as you can see, quick buff, NP gain, NP generation buff, and start battle with 50% charge and full attack. So this is like the ideal CE for quick looping. Again, if you don't already have Super Scope, and even if you do have Super Scope, I can see cases where you'd rather take this too, just for the better damage. Assuming, of course, that you have both Super Scope, you have your Scope max level and this CE max level too. But yeah, I do plan to keep that around just in case when my self-imposed embargo on my Scotty meme of having a level 90 max lore, max skill Bond 0 Scotty is lifted with its upcoming anniversary. When I finally start Scotty looping, maybe I'll have a chance to use that CE for real. But anyways, I also finally have the Scenic Beauty CE with Rin on it at max level, because this is also, I think this is our Guildfest 2 lottery CE, and Rin is cute, so I decided to get the CE to max level. Other than that, I think those are the only 2 additions for this month, I guess. I do plan on getting Chaldea Dinner Time to max level as well, because it's kind of like a thing for me to max level all my Mana Prism shop CEs, and Chaldea Dinner Time is another Mana Prism bond CE, or another Mana Prism shop CE. So yeah, eventually I will get the CE to level 100 as well, and I am already working on some CE bombs to do so. So I already got 4, working on the 5th one. So as soon as I get 6 2-star CE bombs, I'll feed them into Chaldea Dinner Time immediately, get that shit to level 100. I've already gone over skills, servants. Let's see. Let's check out the Mystic codes. Let's start with the default. So default level 10, pluck suit. Oh, I have to do this. Pluck suit, mages, or this is mages. This is Atlas Academy, Annie Blonde, Royal Brand, Brilliant Summer. Memories of Lunar City, which finally, I'm pretty sure they finally added this back into Rare Mana Prism Shop for NA after 4 fucking years. Jesus Christ. Memories of Far Side, 2K4, Arctic, Tropical Summer, Splendid New Year, Captain Chaldea or the Spacesuit, and finally, the Babylonia Mystic Code, which we have 2 years early for some reason, but that's cool. Thanks, Kano Yoshiki. So yeah, all the Mystic Codes in the game, level 10. Looking forward to leveling the new Pluck suit that just came out in JP this year with New Year's. That'll be fun. Let's see. Second archive is full of embers, as you can see. Max stack with embers and some gold foes down at the bottom. Actually, speaking of gold foes, I actually don't know who I want to gold foe next. I don't know if I should save them or use them on somebody else. I guess I'll save. I'll go back to saving another stack of 50 pairs of gold foes just so that I can insta gold foe whoever I really want, and then whatever extra gold foes I accumulate past those 50, any surplus, I'll start giving them to like a servant that I already have, a servant I already have grailed who doesn't have gold foes yet. So maybe somebody like Suzuka or Chloe maybe. Alright. So, there goes that. Check the friend points. Hello, game. I guess they still haven't fixed this with the with their the Benny M update. I wonder if they fixed the Saber bug yet, where she goes invisible during her NP, or her sprite disappears during her NP. Anyways, I now have 40 million friend points from all the lottery farming that I've done, from over Guildfest 2 and Christmas 5. And this is important because in JP right now, you can now start crafting grails with servant coins, 2,000 servant coins, and you can do this twice a month. People I've from trusted sources, quote trusted sources, KEKW, I have heard that it takes you approximately 2 million friend points to accumulate enough servant coins from all the bronze servants and all the silver servants that you get from rolling friend points to get enough servant coins, that I already say that, to exchange for one grail. So in other words, about 4 million friend points a month. If you want to min-max the whole grail exchange system. So banking up all these friend points is very important for me now. Like all my lottery degen now has another meaning, because now I need to grind enough friend points to fund both CE bomb making during anniversary and to fund all the extra grails that I'll be making once NA gets this in 2 years. For our 2024 New Year's. I guess, God, that sounds ridiculous to say, but now we're in 2022 now, so maybe it's not so ridiculous. But yeah, that is why I have so many friend points now. So yeah, that feels good. Feel good. Oh, that's DMC, isn't it? What else? I think last thing I can show you guys is my material list. Yeah. So, this is what my materials list looks like. I thought I would have more bronze fruits than this, more bronze apples than this. I think they might have lowered the amount of bronze apples you get per lottery box during Christmas 5. But usually at 1,000 boxes, I should be getting like 4,000 bronze apples. But I guess they dropped it down to like only 3 per box, so I only have around 3,000. So, whatever. I can still use those for my shell farming for the New Year's event, rebrand event. But yeah, this is what my gem counts look like. Nice little comfortable five-digit numbers, and then 4-digit numbers for the cookies, or for the gold skill gems. Lots of thousands for proofs, bones, dragon fangs, dust, chains. May need to farm some needles later. Same thing with bullets. Let's see. I'm gonna farm shells during the Benyama event. You need to farm some kotan. I took a look at the materials required for all the new servants this year, and surprisingly, we're getting a lot of Japanese servants this year. Quite a few, actually. You may be surprised by how many. But a lot of them take kotan, or this refined magatamas. I should just call them magatamas, because NA calls them that too. They actually take a lot of magatamas. So you may need to actually farm this from either the Castletown free quest in Shimosa, or be on the lookout for events that actually drop these, either in their shops, or maybe they have a node that drops these, or has magatamas as drops. So be on the lookout for these, actually. Frost, I don't think a lot of servants, new servants this year take Frost, but I want to farm more Frost anyway, just because only having less than 100 materials for this shit is kind of nerve-wracking for me. So There you go. What else? What else? Maybe farm a few more bells. We're getting bells during our for this month's material voucher, I think. Login material voucher. Same thing with arrows. Maybe farm a few more arrows. Crowns, especially. I think quite a few servants this year need crowns. Mainly the Greek servants, the Atlantis and the Olympus servants need crowns though, but they do need a lot of them. Typically like 60, 72 or something like that. So I do want to farm some more crowns whenever available. Maybe I'll farm some more spirit roots. Tear Stone of Blood. Been running dangerously low on this. I don't know how the hell I've been running out on Tear Stones of Blood, actually. It's kind of strange. But I guess I never really... I guess past, like, Christmas 2, like fucking 2 or 3 years ago, I never really farmed for them really that hard. So I guess a lot of servants over the years have needed Tear Stones of Blood, or have needed blood. So that's why my count is so low. I think this year servants don't really need blood that much. So actually, I actually think only having 52 is actually good for this year. But if I do get the chance, maybe I will farm some more, farm some blood, just to get that number back up to like triple digits or something. Maybe farm some more mirrors. Maybe farm some more eggs. Definitely farm some more comets, because so many servants this year, new servants, need comet shards, and I'm sure that applies even going into next year too, like for like Castoria and the others. And naturally the pieces and monuments and whatnot. A couple thousand. I know some of you guys are probably drooling at the all these numbers of pieces and monuments I have. It's funny because I'm pretty sure Da Vinci Rerun. Yeah, Da Vinci Lottery Rerun was our last lottery to feature pieces and monuments. And I remember back then, us degen farmers were like, ha, who wants, like, we were making fun of the DV rerun lottery, the Da Vinci Lottery rerun event, because it had pieces and monuments again. And we're like, who needs pieces and monuments these days? Ha, we need skill gems. Why didn't they give us skill gems in this lottery? And 2 years later, it's the exact opposite now. Oh, how the turntables. But yeah, hopefully JP gives y'all a piece and monument lottery at some point. Or maybe they never will, because they gave you guys the upgraded 40 AP class dailies now. Suffer, JP players, you NA beta server players. Anyways, that's enough out of me. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I've shown you everything that I've wanted to show you guys so far. So let's talk about my role plans for the rest of this month. So if we fast forward here a little bit. So, now we've already gotten all my New Year's stuff out of the way. Yang Yuhuan, Mothman. I don't need to roll on Ben Emma because she's already MP5. Tamacaster, obviously. Old Man Lead too, I guess, because he's already MP5 from last year. So, this is where I start talking about the 3 permanent servants that are not MP5 yet that I have. Osakabe Hime, Shangyu, and Jinako. So, this month, both Osakabe Hime and Shangyu have raid ups. Shangyu will get his first, I'm pretty sure, during an interlude campaign, and Osakabe Hime will get hers during the Amazonas tower event at the end of this month, sometime at the end of this month. And Jinako will probably, I'm pretty sure her next quote raid up has to be shared with Sei Shonagon during Valentine's next month. So we'll delay talking about the Jinako rolls. We'll save it for last and talk about Osakabe Hime and Shangyu first. So right now, I think my plans are to roll for Shangyu and get into MP5 during his actual raid up, and then do the same for Osakabe Hime, because my Osakabe Hime is MP3, and get her to MP5 during her solo raid up, because I think she's on rotation with Cleopatra. For some reason they're both Halloween servants. I don't know if there's any correlation there, but they will get raid ups for some reason. But yeah, those are my plans for those two. So those should be pretty simple. Should be, knock on wood. For Jinako, hers is a little bit more complicated. Not by too much, but a little bit more. Because now, since she will be at the end of this month, if everything goes according to plan, she should be the last permanent servant I have to MP5. Later this year, as many of you should probably know, we get our first free SSR ticket, right? Our first permanent pick a 5-star out of the permanent pool, at least. Yeah, Jinako should be on there. So I plan on using that ticket to give to Jinako, so that I don't need to go as hard on rolling on the shared rate up between Seishonagon and Jinako. So ideally, the idea is that I use Jinako. I get Jinako to MP4, and then Seishonagon to MP5, and then use the free SSR ticket to redeem for Jinako, and then get her to MP5 like that. However, there is the chance that on the shared rate up between Jinako and Seishonagon, I actually get MP5 Jinako first, before Seishonagon. So I think what I'm going to do to prevent a situation like that, and basically wasting my free SSR ticket, is to roll on the shared rate up between Seishonagon and Jinako, sorry. I mentioned Sei twice there. Roll on the shared rate between those two until I get Jinako to MP4. Once that happens, I'll stop rolling on that shared rate up and then wait for Sei to get a solo rate up again, whenever that's going to be, either at the end of the event or maybe during the middle of the event, whenever it is. And I'll finish her MP5 then. So I'll have to like split up my Seishonagon rolls a little bit, but yeah, it is what it is. Ideally, though, I do try to get Jinako to MP4 somehow. It's gonna suck if I get Seishonagon to MP5, and then Jinako ends up only being MP3, or worse, I get no copies of her at all during the shared rate up. That's gonna fucking blow. So that could always happen. But those are the plans for now, for those three. And I believe that's also talking about my February rolls as a whole too, because I'm pretty sure during the month of February, the Valentine's event is our only new event, quote unquote. Yeah, Seishonagon should be our only new servant for for the month of February. So, I guess I just talked about my January and my February rolls at the same time. But that is what my roll plans are looking like. So yeah. Shit. So, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that my OBS started delaying my audio and video. This is a problem that I've been dealing with for a while now on my Streamlabs, but now my OBS is having these problems too because I decided to update my OBS. I'm pretty sure a software update with OBS, and I guess by extension Streamlabs, is really screwing with my my HDMI cable for my tablet setups. So I'm kind of thinking of maybe reverting my OBS version back to an older one. But who knows when I'll get around to doing that, because I'm a fucking lazy bitch. But yeah, sorry for if you guys have been experiencing any audio delay throughout the video. I only just caught it during the middle, but I decided not to say anything until the end here because obviously I was busy talking about other stuff for the sake of this video. But yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can come up with any solutions to it, to this fucking problem, because this has been annoying me on stream for those guys who've been checking out my stream. But yeah. But you guys don't need to worry about that. Just know that I am aware that there is most likely some sort of weird audio/video delay on the video, and that's because OBS is being a little fucking bitch right now. But that's besides the point. I'll take care of that myself. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And thanks for playing on FGO and following the channel for all these years. You guys are awesome. And here's to another eventful, fun, gotcha, salt-filled year of 2022. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. And see you guys next month. Peace.